welcome to another absolutely spondifiously amazing episode of Tom's TC. This is we'll call it Friday Fun Day, shall we? Because this is my commute home on a Friday through the wonderful world of Taunton. A nice short week at the office and we're back to the weekend. This isn't my usual route home, I just had to go and pick something up, so slightly different way. Edited. I'm going to try minimal editation. Is that even a word? Editation. Minimal editing ting. I'll cut out all the boring bits, but generally keep it linear. Got itchy head. Hate that when you get an itch in your helmet. So yeah, I'll tell you what we'll talk about. We'll talk about Ruroc. Should we talk about Ruroc a bit? So Ruroc have just brought out their new 4. So I brought my helmet, which is a 2, back in, do you want to say, a couple of years ago? Is it a couple of years ago now? July. Can't remember. But it wasn't very long ago. And they're already back onto number 4. Now that is my issue with Ruroc, is they're sort of bringing out these helmets fast and furious, and before you know it, your helmet that you thought was amazing is now complete and utter old hat. I don't really think that the other helmet manufacturers do that. Now I'm not knocking Ruroc, because this head lid is fine for me. I've never had any issues with it. I know that some people do, but I'm not. Giving the scooter rider a little nod there because he nodded me. Yeah, I've not had any issues with it, and I think it's a great helmet and it looks great, and I've used it for a while now and it's awesome, especially the shockwave system that just is inbuilt pretty much. Well, not inbuilt, you have to buy a separate unit, but it sits in the back of the helmet. It's great, especially with my little Chennai button here, bosh. So I haven't got to fiddle around with the back, got to use all that instead, because that is an issue. The buttons on this shockwave are too small for gloved hands, so I use this. And I have got another video, and I'll put a link up to that video showing you how to use that with your shockwave. So yeah, the new Ruroc 4 helmet does look absolutely wicked. I can't justify buying one at the moment. Especially because the shockwave isn't compatible from the 2. You have to buy a new one, which is magnetic fitting, which is cool. So yeah, that's if you're in the market for a helmet and you like the Rurocs and you've waited and waited and waited, I think the 4 is the way to go, with its new lining and everything else, and new visor fitting, and basically a completely different helmet altogether. Just looks the same as the old 2. They did have a 3 in between, which frustratingly was almost like oh, we did something wrong and we haven't done what we should do, and then they released a 4. But hey, I'm sure that people will have something to say about that. Anyway, I've been discovering I'm trying to keep my YouTube viewing to new people, to people that aren't quite as big as everyone else, because that's the same boat as me. You know, we haven't got the huge following. We're trying to get a huge following. So a couple of YouTubers are, you got the Rhythmic Biker, I'll put all the links below, Uncle Red, couple of others that I've just recently, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I'm sorry if I don't mention it right now. If I don't, I'll put it in the link below, and I'll try and think of some of those YouTubers, and I might mention them in a short while. So yeah, what else can we talk about? Oh yeah, so I got some new tyres. That's a story. So I needed a new rear tyre. Definitely needed a new rear tyre. It was bald and horrible, and yeah, not very grippy at all. Now that tyre was Michelin Pilot Sport 2CT. Yeah, they are quite old tyres, and I agree that they are an old tyre, but I love them. The bike feels great on them. So anyway, the plan was I'll get the rear tyre replaced, because I had a 300-mile round trip the other week. You can see on my Instagram and Facebook pages about that, a couple of pictures. So I thought I'd better get a new tyre. So I took it down to my local bike. I phoned around first a few places to see who could do it, and the only place who could do it was a place called GV Bikes, and I've not used GV Bikes before, so I was a bit reluctant, but I did anyway, and they were fine, which was great, and they were diditLastminute.com, which was brilliant. So I took it in for a new TCT tyre, and I got a phone call from them, and they said, "Oh, hi mate, yeah, your tyre's done, brilliant, but your front tyre's flat." So I was a bit weird. I did feel the bike was a bit odd. He did say that the front tyre was close to the legal limit anyway, so I thought, do you know what, the plan was I was going to replace the rear, and then later on I was going to go a new brand and try out some new tyres, but I just said, do you know what, get another 2CT on the front, and away we go. So nearly 300 quid later, I have some new tyres on the bike. Now normally what I would do is take the wheels off the bike, and take it into the shop, and it's much quicker, and you save a bit of cash as well. You haven't got to take your bike somewhere, leave it there, walk back wherever, get a cab, that sort of thing, get someone to pick you up. So I couldn't do that because I was in a bit of a rush, and I was at the mercy of a 300-mile round trip. So that I had to do. I didn't want to not do it, and I didn't want an excuse not to do it. I wanted to get up there and get it done. So yeah, and it was a good excuse to get the tyres scrubbed in straight away. And now they're scrubbed in, you forget what a set of new tyres feel like. Rhythmic Biker was just had his new tyres fit on his bike, and you forget totally and utterly. You get so used to the bike handling a bit rubbish that when you get new tyres on, it feels like it's like a new bike almost. Oh, installed it there. So yeah, I didn't install it, the car in front did. So now we have some nice new tyres. Oh, cause loads of traffic. Goddamn Fridays. Let's do a bit of, let's get around here. Now one of the things you've got to avoid on a bike when you're filtering, especially just after sort of winter time, the build up of rubbish in the middle of the road, that's where you get your nails and your punctures from. And that I always find about this time of year, I get more punctures. If I get punctures, it'll be this time of year. All the crud in the side that builds up at junctions and stuff. So yeah. Other things mentioned, I have a competition running. If you would like a t-shirt, one of my t-shirts with the logo on it, head over to Instagram, details are there. I'll do a draw next Saturday. It's all completely and utterly legitimate. Now obviously I can only offer it to UK residents, but please support me by just going over Instagram and having a look. It's to celebrate reaching up 1,100 subscribers. Bit of a slow burn, the channel. So yeah, if you're viewing this for the first time, please hit that subscribe button, give us a like, share it with your mates. Check out this plonker on an MT-01. And we'll go from there. Now, another thing we can chat about is bikes. Now, I love this bike. I'm probably going to sell it. But if there was a bike I could have right now, or I could go out and buy, I do love the look of that Ducati Desert X. Now I just saw the review on Bike World, and it just looks amazing. Now obviously the dude on Bike World is a bit of a hero on bikes anyway, and makes any bike look absolutely flipping fantastic. It just looks perfect. Those lights, the 90s inspired sort of rally-esque but being able to do everything else as well. I'm not a massive fan of Ducatis. I don't get me wrong, love them, but I feel they're too expensive and a bit crazy money for what they are. But you know, that thing looks fantastic. Evening, afternoon. So yeah, I think in an ideal world, if I could, I think we all do this actually, I would keep the MT-01 and have another bike, but at the moment that's not an option. My current personal life situation. So yeah, I'll tell you what, temperature change, if the weather's a little bit warmer, the MT's engine just gets hot so fast when you're just putting it through traffic. I can feel it on my legs. Oh, hot little girl there. I don't know why I'm doing an Irish accent. There you go. Just reminded me of another YouTuber, the Gorilla Biker. He's a great chap. He's Irish, and that's why it reminded me of that. He does a really good channel. It's sort of like fixing his bikes. He generally sticks to older bikes, sort of like not brand new bikes. He's got a garage full of bikes, but he also does a bit of vlogging, and his history on, you know, knowledge on stuff is amazing. I've just watched a couple of his videos, a recent one about a castle he visited which he goes past on his commute to work. So check out the Gorilla Biker as well. And good thing about Gorilla Biker is he responds to you, he chats to you, and he's, you know, got a question, he'll answer it. Try to anyway. That's a weird number plate. Puffy. Yeah. But anyway guys, that's nearly at the end of my, should we say nearly at the end of this particular blog. I don't know why I keep going Australian accent on you like that. Anyway, I think I will wrap it up there. Thanks so much for watching my little commute from home. Quick little video. I hope you like it. If you do, give us a sub, give us a thumbs up, give us a comment below, say hello. I'll do my best to respond. I do respond to every comment. Check out my Facebook, check out my Instagram, check out my website. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to do this every Friday, I think, from now on, going forward. So if you want me to talk about stuff, put it below and I'll talk about it in my next one. So yeah, anyway, I'll see you next time guys. Thanks so much for watching, keep it up. I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.